Okay, thanks again for coming back to Reload Wrap. This is our third part of our series where we're going to talk about Reload Wrap and double stack magazines. Reload Wrap, proud to be made in the USA. Don't forget to visit our website at reloadwrap.com for any follow-ups, comments, and you can find out where you can purchase the Reload Wrap universal pocket holster. So for this video we're going to talk about double stack magazines. We have a Glock 19 magazine, a Glock 17 magazine, and a Glock 21 magazine. Going back to the holster, we have the main body of the holster, we have the bottom extension strap, we have the revolver strap, and we got two reinforcement caps. For the purpose of this video, let's go ahead and remove the revolver strap. We're not going to need that, and let's keep some of the reinforcement caps here. We may or may not need them. Okay, looking back at the holster again, on the layout of the holster, we got the short side of the holster, we got the landing pad, if you want to call it that, the red area, the long side of the holster, and then the bottom strap of the holster. So we're going to start with the Glock 19 magazine. So just like in the single stack magazines, you'll place this mag on here. The orientation of the mag will depend on what pocket and how you want to access the magazine. So you'll just set it on anywhere. We're starting with the short side. We're going to wrap it around, and once we get it wrapped around, we'll engage it with the long side. Test to see if we got the firmness established that we do. This feels all right. And as usual, this is the top of the pocket. We're going to control the depth inside the pocket. So you can see you can go all the way down here if you want, or you could even stick it up a little higher if you want, but the purpose would be to keep it below the pocket, out of sight. I like to keep mine fairly close about there. We'll note that the bottom strap, as it's going to be on most of the double stack magazines, is not going to be able to wrap around, so this is where we're going to use the extension strap. The extension strap, again, you got the flat side and then you have the rounded side. The flat side is always going to go up. I like to take it and make it even with the short side strap, like so. I'll now continue with the long strap around. You just want to keep it firm and even as you wrap it around. Okay, making sure that I'm satisfied with the depth. I'll then wrap the extension around, push that down to make sure it's fully engaged, and here we go. There's a Glock 19 magazine. Again, we'll pull it out. You'll see again that it keeps its shape. You're able to reinsert the magazine, and you can go to the range again as we recommend, and you could reinsert as you're doing the training. So there you have a Glock 19 magazine, nice and compact in the pocket. Let's move on. When you have similar magazines of different guns, I happen to be a Glock guy, you don't have to do a full wrap. So we know the Glock 19 body is very similar to the Glock 17. So we can stick this in here. The tension feels pretty good. However, what's going to happen is with the depth, we're going to change that. So all we got to do is open up the bottom, push this down according to the depth. Again, I can go all the way down if I like, medium, whatever the case is. Again, the universal holster is capable of going however you want to do it. So I keep mine about like there. I'm going to wrap the bottom around, give it a little push to make sure it's seated, and there you go. So here's a Glock 17 magazine. A few things I want to point out, there's some other brands out there. Some of them leave the whole bottom exposed. There's magnet holders, different things like this. This will encase the bottom of the magazine with the bottom strap. I just wanted you to see that. So here's a Glock 17 magazine. Now, big boy, Glock 21 45 ACP magazine. So let's go ahead and reset the holster. take our magazine. Let's just place it in the same thing, starting with the short strap, start to wrap it around. Now these bigger ones, the straps will not go quite around, so you have to use fingers to kind of hold the strap in place as you pull up the next strap to engage it. This one feels okay. Okay. Let's take the bottom extension strap. And again, these bigger magazines, it gives you the flexibility to cover these wide range size of magazines. So let's adjust the pocket there. I want to bring this strap around, set my depth, push it down, and then I'll bring my long strap around and we'll engage it. And then from here you can see 45 ACP magazine, fully inserted back in here. Of course, that would be a pretty big load to carry in your pocket, but that's what the holster is capable of, covering this full range of sizes, in your holster. Now at this point, through the spec sheet and the instructions, you always want to have at least ½ inch overlap when you have the pocket engagements or the strap engagements. And here we see that's a full 1.5 inches, so that's fine. And this is where, on this back side here, this is where the reinforcement caps come in. Sometimes if you have an overlap, you don't like it, you could take a reinforcement cap, stick it on, and all it does is reinforce the strap and give you some additional area. This, however, is good. It doesn't do it. Since we're here, I'll show you one of my favorite things to do, which is to take a reinforcement cap. I kind of place it over here, slightly loose. I will then take a tactical flashlight, and this is one of my favorite rigs. And I take the tactical flashlight, hook it onto the reinforcement strap, and I carry this in my pocket. Now, what a perfect EDC carry that Reload Wrap allows you to do. So what will happen is, while this is sitting in the pocket, when you reach in to index it, you notice I keep the flashlight kind of over here at the 1 o'clock position so that my finger can get in to pull the magazine out for the reload. And then, of course, if I want to, if you're caught and you need a light or whatever, you can just reach in there, pull the flashlight out, and you have a nice tactical light ready. And so this is, I usually carry this with the Glock 19 magazine. This is, I love this setup. It's perfect. And this is because of a couple things. One, a small enough tactical flashlight that has a belt clip. And two, because of the reinforcement caps, which just give you some real estate to hook things onto. And again, one of the other purposes is when you come to areas that doesn't have a lot of overlap, you could put this down to help secure it. So this is the double stack series. All double stacks are covered. Again, I don't have 40s, 380s, 10 millimeters, things of that nature, 357 SIG. Clearly, through the variations of sizes, the holster would fit all of those platforms. And you can see with the distance here on the holster, I have there's adjustability to put in for magazine extensions and so on and so forth. But this is the double stack capability of the Reload Wrap holster. Again, we'll have some more series about other accessories, reloads, and revolvers, and so on and so forth. Again, thanks for coming by, visiting Reload Wrap. Don't forget about the website, reloadwrap.com. And again, proud to be made in America. Thank you for coming by, and have a good day.